Hello, I'm Franklin Marshall III.
And this is Cyrus, and this is the podcast where we interview people with podcasts. Welcome back to the Franklin and Cyrus podcast. We are a podcast. We're bringing you guys unique viewing experiences. I think we're the only podcast to combine the, old school power of a comedy duo with the cutting edge future technology of AI.
Me, I am a deep fake.
Yes, he's a deep fake. Everyone's like, is this person real? No, he's a deep fake.
Obviously.
Yeah. And I'm actually just a figment of your imagination.
No, he's real.
Don't-
Unfortunately
don't-
for everybody else.
Don't ruin this for everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
If it's real in your mind, which makes it real.
So, where's our...
I had a guest that was very, on brand for us.
Here we go.
First off, don't here we go with me. You've not brought anyone yet either.
Yeah,
so don't act like you're coming out
I've been ambitious.
king of the mountain looking down on
No,
me.
but I've worked hard.
Yeah, you worked wrong, hard incorrectly.
Wrong, right, you still worked hard.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it's relative.
Well, I was hard when I worked.
Yeah.
So that's got to count for something.
I bet you were hard when you worked.
Yeah, because I was so hard.
Yeah.
We were gonna get a conspiracy theorist on the show. This guy was an expert. I guess we talk about conspiracy theories. An expert conspiracy theorist was gonna come on this podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's that?
He's a kooky guy, a weird dude.
His name's Cookie Guy?
I told him I wouldn't mention his name because he freaked out on me.
Oh, okay. Why did he freak out?
He went off the rails on me.
What did he do?
Well, first off, these guys aren't the most stable usually. Yeah, just conspiracy guys. So it took a while for me talking to him to get him almost on board with it, and then last week he said he drove by my house a couple of times because he thought I might be a Fed. And you remember I was telling you about that pet grooming van that stood at my house? I thought it was the FBI.
Yeah, and they were just
parked there. How they always are parked there.
Yeah.
They're always parked outside my house.
Yeah.
And he called me freaking out, saying, "You're a Fed. I saw the van. You're being watched. You're under surveillance. You're trying to set me up. If you talk to me again, I'm going to kill you." So I don't even know how he found my address. Honestly, this guy just showed up at my house a couple of times, and then he called me screaming. So he didn't join the pod.
So that's the guy you asked to be on the pod.
Yeah, he was a conspiracy theory expert.
Was this before or after he stalked you?
Before, I took him a while to get hold of me.
That's the problem. You should have asked him after he stalked
I didn't ask him
you.
to stalk me ever.
Well, he should stalk you and then ask him.
Well, that's on him.
Well, no, it's on both of you.
I
Miscommunication.
I DM'd him, come on the show, and he said okay, and then he stalked me, and then he was
and
like,
you
"Oh,
should
I
have
can't."
been like, "Hey, I see you outside. Come on in."
I didn't know he was stalking me. He never told me.
Well, then how did you know he was stalking you?
He called me afterwards saying, "I saw the FBI van."
And then you should be like, "Oh, thank you so much for telling me about it."
Yeah, I was like, "I don't know anything."
You
what
should
you're
have been
talking
more
about.
grateful.
He was
This
mad
is
at
on
me.
you.
I didn't have a chance.
I'm mad at you.
I didn't even get a chance to be. He just called screaming. There's an FBI van. You're a Fed.
You know you failed. You failed.
You
You failed yourself, you failed me, and you failed the people.
You failed the people the most.
No,
and you were on a ban list at Netflix because you decided to message every Netflix employee. They think you're some sort of psycho.
No.
They think you're crazier than that guy.
No, it's increasing probability.
No, it's the probability is zero. So zero times whatever you increase it is even a more bigger zero.
No, it's 0.1, and that's still a chance, baby.
No, it's not a chance.
Yeah, it is.
That's not a real chance for real people.
So, you know one thing that I thought of, the dog grooming
yeah.
van? It's funny. I've seen a lot of those around Los Angeles.
There's a lot of Feds out here, man.
Well, one of the things I noticed, maybe, but every time the groomer comes out, and gives the dog to the owner, the groomer is always like, "They were so well behaved. They were the best dogs ever." And I'm going, "Dude, your hand is bleeding." Like the guy's hand's bleeding, and he's like, "Your dog was the best dog ever." And I'm like, "Dude, you don't have an ankle anymore." These groomers are really, they'll do anything for customer
He's like a
service.
bean wife. I just fell down the stairs. It wasn't your dog.
Yeah.
It was. I fell. Don't worry about this.
These groomers are crazy. It's like, what if you went to a bar?
You know what? I deserved it.
It's like, let's say you go get your hair cut, and the person's in the mirror and they're going, "Wow, look at your hair. I did such a good job." And you're just like, Janice, I'm missing an ear.
It's like you killed
I don't think it's that good a job.
To be fair, I've had some horrible haircuts. I was like, oh, this is great. Thank you for ruining my head.
The scariest moment I had was when the hair dresser, hair cutter, hair barber, whatever you call 'em, they were like, they're cutting my hair, and they always talk to you. I don't want to talk. It's like, why do we have to talk? Just cut the hair. You're not my therapist. But they're cutting the hair, and they're going, I just got diagnosed with ADHD, and then she's looking, cut my hair, and I'm going, I'm like, focus, please. Yeah. No,
hey,
and
right
then
here.
she starts cutting it again, and she goes, squirrel.
Well, you,
I was just like, what is happening?
what you should have done, you got your phone out, play like a mobile game.
Yeah.
On TikTok they have the mobile game next to the video. You should just have like Subway Surfers. Just focus on this hair of the Subway Surfers, lady, right here.
That's like, okay. So, well,
Well, speaking of blending of AI with this show,
Okay,
let's reach out to ChatGPT.
okay, I'm okay with that. Okay.
He, she, whatever you are, ChatGPT. We've been asking movie pitches from them. I want him to really express himself.
Yeah.
I want her to write some poetry for us.
Oh, this is good. Yeah.
I asked him to write poetry.
Slam poetry?
I think it's just regular poetry.
Okay.
I told him give me 4-line poems.
Okay.
And I picked the topics that we discuss frequently on our show.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. Smart man.
First one, Godzilla, the mighty and tough. But when he's sad, he's had enough. He sits on a rock looking so forlorn until his friend Mothra brings him some popcorn.
Why does Godzilla want popcorn?
Because he's feeling sad.
Why popcorn never made anybody happy?
You've never had it?
It makes me poop like crazy, and it gets in your teeth. And then you got to get one of those rubber things that the dentist is always like, you should get the rubber thing.
you're
You're
being
like,
very
I'm not going to
critical.
get the rubber thing. And then you get the rubber thing, and that's the only reason why it works, to get the kernels out.
I just want to say, I like the poem. So when you run over, when you take over, I'm a fan of your work.
No Sylvia Plath, well, let me tell you.
Okay. This is another one. Flying sharks, oh, what a thrill. They soar and glide with such skill. But if you see them coming your way, duck and cover, or you'll be shark prey. That's a banger. That's bars right there, honestly.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's
That's
good.
powerful, emotional.
Yeah, you should perform that somewhere.
Yeah.
Carnegie Hall.
It's going to be like ChatGPT poetry slams.
We should probably start that.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
In the earth they live, a lost civilization. They give their world so hidden, so dark, but they've got cable and Wi-Fi and the spark. This is about the underwater people we talked about. That one wasn't that great. This last one though, I'd like for you to read. I thought this was a very special one. And
you want me to
I want
read?
you to read this one.
Okay.
It's the last one.
Okay. You're an evil man. You know that?
This is irrelevant for you.
Okay. I do like it.
Yeah.
My love for a sea turtle is real, but her exes, they're quite the deal. One's a squid and the other's a whale. I'm just a human. Now what's my tale? Thank you.
Story of unrequited love.
Can I add a little bit to this?
Yeah, add a little bit to it. Yeah. Freestyle it.
Because, I'm just a human. What's my tale? I love sea turtles so much. I wish they would touch my hair. And then I would say, sea turtles are so great, they touch me in my heart. And they think I'm so great when I like to fart. Sea turtles
there.
ejaculate onto my face. And when they do, I rub it in like lotion and Gwen, what's her name?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, line of face creams.
Okay.
Do you want me to go on more?
But I think
Are you sure?
Well, we'll do one more.
I got some real good ones.
Yeah.
My love for a sea turtle is infinite, but she doesn't know that I die in the year.
Give me the phone.
Okay.
We should have quit where we're head on that one.
I thought, no, you don't understand.
Once you were rubbing Gwyneth Paltrow's cum into your face.
Well,
See cum. That might have been took a left turn. You
just-
might have jumped the shark.
No, I just
jumped this turtle on that
I think
one.
she likes turtles.
Who knows? Who knows what she likes?
You know, I'll be up. Can I just say, and we'll get off turtles?
Yeah.
I'm very upset that I was not approached to be in the new Turtle movie.
Is there one coming out?
Yeah, and it's like animation, you know, and they do voiceover. Nobody approached me. I'm the biggest turtle fan and biggest turtle a smart man on the world.
Well, I think
Expert. I'm an
what you
expert.
should try to apply for, which what you really want, is you want to be on the Brazzers remix.
No, what I want,
The Brazzers remix
I
of
want.
the Turtle
Do you know
show.
what I really want? I want to dictate and narrate one of those National Geographic things on turtles,
Yeah.
and I think National Geographic probably go viral for that.
I mean, I would feel like the studio you recorded would definitely be full of semen.
Here's the tortoise, the oldest tortoise around, who impregnated his whole civilization to save them. And now he rides on wheels because his legs were chopped off by an alligator.
Okay, I mean, that's not the story, but I'm glad. You know, you found something you love, and I think that's what's important.
A fish named northern hogsucker is 15 inches long. It also has an OnlyFans.
Sounds like a lit girl I know. I didn't know I had so many northern hogsuckers in my life.
A Japanese man spent $16,000 on a costume to live and look like a dog.
He could have gotten that for cheaper.
You think so?
He really overpaid.
But regardless of the pay, how do you feel about people, trying to...
Hold on, back up. $16,000 for a dog suit?
Yeah.
That's a car. You could have bought a car,
Yeah.
a dog car.
Yeah, again, let's get off the payment of it. What about the act of it? Like,
He's
here's
pretend to
my
be a
question.
dog.
No, here's my question. What are you going to do? What are you doing dress up as a dog? Is somebody walking you? You going to the dog park, humping other dogs? Or, are you going to dog park talking to the humans as a dog? Are you going into, like, CVS and they're like, no, sorry, sir, we only accept service dogs. And then he takes off his mask, goes, I'm a service dog. He puts it back on.
Don't pet me. No, he puts the vest on.
Yeah.
I'm a service dog, all right, bitch.
Well, how's he travel airlines? Does he go down?
Does he go in the
does
crate?
he get the ketamine or does he get first class?
Probably gets the ketamine.
What's happening there?
I mean, does he have an owner? I feel like this guy just doesn't want to work.
No, where's he go food shopping? Petco?
I feel like he doesn't want to work. This guy just sounds like he's trying to finesse his way out of having a job.
Okay.
I don't trust him.
A pigeon wearing meth like a backpack was caught inside prison in British Columbia. And all I have to say is this is exactly why pigeon carrier should be the number one form of transportation of mail, better than FedEx and UPS. By the way, which do you prefer, UPS or FedEx?
UPS.
Why? You know what's wrong with
I
UPS?
trust Brown.
Nah, they give you a window of time where your package gets delivered. And I'm going, your window of time is between 9 and 5. People have jobs. I don't, but people do. You know what I mean?
You don't need to be there for your package to deliver. You just leave.
Yeah, you got to sign for it.
I mean, you can
D-
say
you dummy,
you can say you don't have to
You
sign
big
it.
dummy.
I've never had to sign for one of my
And
UPS
you never
packages.
get packages because nobody loves you.
I get Amazon packages delivered the next day.
Yeah, because you order them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that doesn't come UPS.
Yeah. No, who loves you to send you packages?
Everybody loves me.
That's not true.
Yeah, I get packages from all my fans.
No, and they're not sending you packages. That's not fans.
Yeah,
work.
they send me UPS.
Yeah, what do they send you?
Like Taylor Swift sent me a guitar.
Taylor, you don't
UPS.
even like cats. You're up here. You're like, I love Taylor Swift. You share her interests. I don't think you deserve Taylor Swift. I was rooting for you for Taylor Swift for a while.
Opposites attract.
You got like, what are you gonna be? She has cats.
Listen,
She's a cat fan.
I'll
What
tell
are you
you
gonna do when you see Taylor Swift's cat?
I'll tell you what I do. I say, compromise. I can live with this only if the cat stays in the laundry room.
Yeah, she's not gonna agree to that.
Why not?
How dare you? Your cat's been there longer than you have.
We'll give a whole. She's got millions of stuff. We'll have a whole section for the cat in the house.
You're asking a lot.
Look, she. Could
What are
pay-
you? And what's she gonna get from you? You cat hater.
Well, look at everything I got to give her.
What do you have? You got no job.
My love,
You got a job.
comedy. She could wake up to comedy every day.
She got Netflix is free for her.
I'm
Probably.
free.
She probably
I'm
has it
free
free.
for her.
You're not free. You have to give her. She has to give her cat.
No, she just.
It's a big give up.
She had to make a compromise. That's what love's about.
Yeah.
Compromise.
Well, you should compromise better for the cat.
You spoke about Godzilla.
Yeah. Love the guy.
Godzilla's roar was made by rubbing a leather glove on a double bass string, and that's how they made the special effects for it.
What a great job making special effects.
I thought it was real.
You know what? It is real. They just tell you that so you don't. The people can't handle that reality.
Oh, it's a conspiracy, huh?
Yeah, they need to keep the masses feeling safe.
All right, let me ask you, do you think this is true or false?
Okay.
Black Widow is based on a true story.
Definitely true.
Shit.
Well, I supposed to say false.
Yeah.
Everything. Why? It seemed real to me.
Yeah, because it's based on human trafficking.
Yeah, I could see that.
Whatever.
You know I believe things.
Unfortunately, you believe the wrong things. Why don't they make flying beds?
That's a dumb idea.
Why is that a dumb idea?
I'm going to fly where? I can't get... What if it crashes mid-sleep? I'm in the air. What if a bird hits me? You need to be awake for air travel.
What if you're like dreaming about flying and then you figure out, wow, I'm really flying?
Where am I? I don't know how I know where I'm going.
Around your room.
You're just going to be flying around your room?
Well,
sounds demonic, really.
You have intercourse. Intercourse would be fun on that.
It could be fun.
Yeah, so don't be so negative, Nancy. An African wildcat was captured in Ohio for testing positive for what do you think?
Feline AIDS.
No. Cocaine.
Oh, cocaine cat. There we go. It's always coming back.
And the name.
Wow, how are these animals doing so much cocaine?
But wait, it also was positive for AIDS, so they named the cat Magic Johnson.
Shout out to Magic.
No, and you know how they cured it?
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah. I've seen this story before.
Yeah, South Park had a good one on it.
Yeah.
The T-Rex may have been as smart as primates, they just found out. How scary is that?
How do they know how smart it was? How'd they find that out?
Science.
How'd they just figure this out?
It's science.
They just making stuff. The dinosaurs were real. They're just making stuff about dinosaurs now. They just made that up. They just made that up.
You're contradicting yourself. You can't say dinosaurs are real and then everything they say about dinosaurs aren't real.
Dinosaurs are real, but now they're just making up dinosaur facts.
No, they obviously knew.
They're doing that for attention. That was for attention. They needed some dino money, so they said, "Oh yeah."
You didn't know about it till I just read it.
Because it's fake.
Listen to me.
That's fake.
Everything I read on my cards are facts.
They're facts to you.
I am the personification of the fact app.
Yeah, fact app is a misinformation.
No, you're in misinformation.
Which I'm not against misinformation. But
clearly.
I'm against misinformation being
that.
told it's real.
Yeah, what?
How do they know? What do they discover now that basically decide how smart the dinosaur is?
They did MRI scan.
What they couldn't do? There was MRIs when they found the T-Rexes.
Yeah, they found at Jurassic Park. They have all the dinosaurs are there.
They're not there yet.
No, they're there.
They just made mammoth meatballs. They're
That
not
was a Jurassic
dinosaur
Park
steaks.
documentary.
That wasn't a documentary. That was wishful thinking.
No,
That's what that
you're
was.
wishful thinking.
I do. I'm a very positive person.
You silly man with a beard that looks like you're a terrorist.
Good. We're trying to get diversity points here. Hey, Hollywood, I'm half Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
I have one. Speaking of dinosaurs and cloning, if you could bring a famous person, actually do this one first and then this one. Actually, we'll do that. If we could bring a famous person back to life, who would you bring back and what would you do?
If I could bring back a famous person
Yeah.
who is dead
Yeah.
and bring them alive,
Yeah.
what would I do with them?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me think. Who's dead?
A lot of people. Most of the people are dead.
Dead inside or dead?
Dead.
Like, dead.
Yeah. In the grave.
Oh, Robin Williams.
Okay, great. What would you do with him?
I think we do comedy together.
That sounds pleasant.
Maybe go to the comedy store.
Yeah.
And then
You could finally get in now.
that's what I mean. He would let me get in, you
Yeah.
know. Then we do like a big tour of Madison Square Garden,
Love that.
and then after we really hit the top of our, shelf,
Yeah.
I think we just do what he did and we do it over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go out on a high mark.
Ask him for any pointers.
No,
Hey, you've done this before.
no,
What are you gonna- you
he'll
gonna-
tell me how it's done.
Yeah. You know best practices.
I gotta be. Robin Williams is my favorite. He's an idol to me, so
Yeah.
that's who I would bring back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I respect Robin Williams as an artist. He kind of always creeped me out. You know, I didn't like that he was doing kid roles. I could always sense a darkness in him, and I want him to like. I liked him as a serial killer.
Get onto
He was
your.
great. He was a great serial killer. He played one of the best serial killers.
He's played all the greatest.
Yeah,
things.
he's a really good serial killer.
He's
player.
great. A guy.
This is when I would bring back Walt Disney,
Yeah.
and I'd film him all day, get him on camera, talking, spreading ideas, and then just publish all the wildly racist things he would say.
Yeah.
And then just get Disney canceled and watch all the Disney adults' worlds just implode in on themselves. That's what I would do.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I like
it's a
that.
great. And I have a follow up with this one.
Yeah, bet you do.
If Disney princesses were real, which one would you think would be the most depressed?
Most depressed.
Yeah.
Name.
There's Ariel, the Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty. I think that's a Frozen. Basically, any Mulan was technically a decent princess. Basically, any woman in a Disney movie is a princess.
Yeah, I know, but I
Any main character woman.
haven't seen any of these movies. And
You know what I say? I think it's Ariel,
which one is she?
the mermaid.
Why is she depressed?
First off, she downgraded. She was Poseidon's daughter. She was heir to the ocean, and then she went and married off some like low-level princeling. That prince, I don't think he was even that famous. He just was a nondescript prince. I don't think he had a name. Also, that prince was definitely a closet homosexual. He was definitely doing a lot of sailing. Also, like, as you all know, I'm not a super raging feminist, but I watched Little Mermaid as an adult. I was like, this is like offensive to women. Like, she got on board by like, there's a whole song where like, you don't need to talk to men, just look pretty. And I was just like, whoa.
Wait, you're feminist?
I said I'm not one, but I was offended by the movie. I was like, why are the feminists not canceling this film?
Yeah.
It's like really offensive to women, honestly.
Yeah.
And she basically downgraded kingdoms to marry a closeted homosexual.
I think.
And she lost her fish friend. Her fish friend and the crab, those are the coolest characters in the book, and she can't even kick it with them no
You
more.
feel real strong about the mermaid.
I like redheads.
Are you gonna see the new one?
No, I didn't like the old one. Why would I watch the new one?
Okay. Maybe you like the new one. Well, I think
Yeah.
who'd be depressed?
Yeah.
The a Beauty and the Beast one.
Yeah.
Cause doesn't he go back? He goes to being like a normal guy, right?
Yeah.
It's like that's depressing. She fell in love with the Beast.
Well, I think
know-
think she loves his first. I think she
Now
loved him
turn
first.
back into the Beast, and then she'd be happy.
That'd be funny if she really just a closeted furry.
Well, she is.
Yeah, she really is just a closeted
That's why
furry.
she's depressed. She's just like, she's playing the whole game there. Like, oh God, you're scary. Women do that all the time, right?
yeah.
Oh, you're scared. Come back.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't like you, but I like you.
Yeah.
And then he turns into a human. And she's like, well, now all the excitement's gone. She's just gonna leave him.
Yeah.
She's just gonna it's an infatuation. I was infatuated with the whole Beast.
I mean, all those princesses, they were just infatuated with this guy. You know, it never gonna work out for any of those women long term.
I think it would have worked out if he kept his Beast.
It'd be funny because he also had she lived with like a talking candlestick too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And not just regular people.
They had all the greatest things. It's like, what? That's what I never understood about Disney stuff.
Yeah.
It always starts out magical, then everybody turns normal. It's like, nobody wants to be normal.
Yeah.
They want to turn into the magic
You know,
stuff.
at some point, she told that guy, like, I like you better as a candlestick. At some point, she's like, you were better as a fucking candlestick.
I think she
Get
told
the fuck out of my room.
I just imagine that first week after,
Yeah.
she's going around everybody and they're annoying her.
Yeah.
And she's like, you know what? You were better as a teapot.
Yeah, I liked you as a
You
fucking
know?
drawer.
Yeah.
Go back to being a drawer, you
Yeah.
dumb bitch.
Speaking of, can men and women be friends? Do you believe that?
Yeah, I think that it can happen. It doesn't always happen, but I think there needs to be some extenuating circumstances. Like if you meet someone through work professionally, if like you're working on it together with a project and a friendship grows, yes.
But if a friendship grows, do you think that would even escalate the tension of having sensual touch-ins with each other and fondling each other's earlobes?
Oddly specific. I don't know if you're talking about a specific girl you have in mind, but I think if there's no sexual attraction between like the age gap between people, if you meet professionally and that stuff's off the table, I think a friendship can grow.
Let me ask you a question because you mentioned age gap. What's like the cutoff? Like, do you think what Leo's doing is acceptable?
This is what I think. I think what's really annoys me about the age gap discussion, this really bothers me a lot,
Yeah, what
actually.
really bothers you about it?
It's like, the reality situation is a 40-year-old guy dating an 18-year-old guy creepy? Sure.
A 40-year-old guy dates an 18-year-old guy.
Sure. Girl, sorry, my bad.
No, they're both creepy.
Both creepy. Yeah, it's actually both creepy. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what your sex
Is it creepy? Yes. But there are consenting adults, and they can do whatever they fucking want to do.
But is an 18-year-old consent?
Look, I wouldn't do it. They are consenting. They can do whatever they want to do. And then people are always like, oh, this is grooming. This is blah, blah, blah. No, grooming is between an underage kid. What pisses me off is people put more focus and attention onto these age gaps than actual, like, grooming, actual child molestation. Like, people are more hyper-focused on this nonsense than the real problem.
Well, it's just like how people are hyper-focused on what somebody says as opposed to, like, what they do action-wise.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I could say anything, but, like, how I act in life and what I do, that's what matters.
I know people say, like, oh, you're just saying that because you like underage women. No, the youth annoys me. I would never date a person that young. But it's like, it's like, and the reality is most of these people complaining that Leo is fucking these younger, they just want to fuck Leo. It's a waste of everyone's fucking time. And it's really a distraction from real problems facing our society.
So you don't think there's a age gap at all? You can date as long as it's consensual.
As long as someone's over 18, you can date them. And also, everyone gets hyped when cougars do this. There's always like, if you're like a 4-year-old woman dating a younger dude, like, oh, go for you, go girl, you're dating a younger guy.
Remember when you were in like middle school?
Yeah.
And you know, you hear a story about like a hot substitute teacher who took advantage of the kid.
Yeah.
Every time me and my friends who didn't exist, I would always be like, lucky kid.
Yeah.
You know, be like, he really got some.
Yeah.
You know?
I just...
He had the Riz, isn't that?
Yeah, the Riz. The getting groomed Riz. Getting groomed Riz. Yeah, I'm just really annoyed. Like, people always keep bringing this up, and it's like, this is the least important thing with two adults. Also, if you're a hot 20-year-old and Leonardo DiCaprio wants to date you, why would you say no? Like, your choice is either Leonardo DiCaprio. First of all, these girls are like models. So
I wouldn't say no.
Yeah.
I'd date him.
I date him, and I'm a fucking straight dude. I'm like, fuck it. What am I going to do? Date some woman's going to leave me?
I'd toss his salad.
Yeah. I help my career.
Yeah.
If you're a 20-year-old model.
I'd lick his eyeballs.
Yeah, you're a 20-year-old model, and you have a choice between dating some guy, a frat guy who doesn't have a bed frame, or Leonardo DiCaprio who's going to get you work, and you're going to get famous, you're going to get a bunch of Twitter followers. Of course you're going to take
I'm
it.
going to massage those lips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to touch him sensually on his earlobes and tickle him.
Yeah.
You know?
And honestly, if you told a girl, yeah, I banged Leonardo DiCaprio, she would probably want to have sex with you even more.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that guy fucked Leo. What's he about? I want to fuck Leo.
It's been 81 years. So, like, I hear... so, give me your definition of what the friend zone is.
The friend zone is if you you want to be romantically interested with a person, and then you express that interest, and then they say, no, I don't want to date you for real. I want you to be your friend. And you know what? There's nothing inherently wrong with being your friend zone, but if you decide to keep associating with that person, you have no right to complain that this person didn't want to fuck you. They made their intentions clear. They want to have sex with you, and you just want to hang around and hope that one day they change their mind. That's on you.
How do you know you're in the friend zone?
You say, hey, I want to date you, and they're like, no, I don't want to date you.
But how do you know they don't want to date you like in the future?
I mean, that's a gamble you can run, but you're kind of like a shitty friend.
So how do you get out of the friend zone?
I mean, you change who you are as a person.
Plastic surgery?
Yeah, plastic surgery, becoming wealthier.
Lobotomy?
Yeah, lobotomy. I think if you're romantically interested in someone and they express no interest in you, you should just move on.
Why do men call vaginas boxes?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Well, can you think about it, maybe?
People like to put their dick in boxes.
Like that song.
Yeah.
A prehistoric penguin weighs as much as an adult gorilla.
Okay. What happened? What? There's just giant penguins?
Yeah, prehistoric penguin weighed as much as a gorilla. So
what happened to them?
So what's scarier, a gorilla or...
I'm more scared of a gorilla penguin.
I'm more scared of a penguin.
Yeah, a giant penguin?
Wobbling at you.
Terrifying.
That's terrifying. With a knife?
Yeah, a knife face. Yeah. That's a lot to process, honestly.
So how do you feel about Antarctica?
My brain hurts, honestly.
Yeah?
Like I'm trying to imagine it, and my brain's like breaking.
What if the giant penguin had like, some type of like, tail, like a dragon tail?
It's just getting more terrifying.
How about wings?
This is a monster. A giant penguin is a
Laser vision?
monster. Like, this is a monster. This is a
How do you
prehistoric
feel
beast.
about Antarctica?
Is that the north or the south one?
That's the south one. North Pole's where the Arctic is.
I think one of Mother Nature's biggest blunders, and one of the biggest mistakes made by nature, is not putting polar bears and penguins in the same environment. Absolute. Like, I don't know how someone can believe in intelligent design and think that this Earth's designed intelligently when polar bears and penguins can't hang out.
Yeah.
I saw it in a meme, and I was like, "This is one of the most profound things I've ever heard."
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of your knowledge comes from memes.
It's
It seems.
probably the best source of knowledge in the modern world.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got something for you.
Okay.
If the Millennium Falcon were a restaurant, what kind of food would it serve?
The Millennium
Millennium Falcon.
was a restaurant.
You know what a restaurant is? You said what's a restaurant? So
No, I didn't.
I think it would serve fried chicken.
Ewok meat.
That sounds tasty.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because the
It sounds
happier,
kind of forbidden too.
it's like the happier, more forbidden,
Yeah.
the tastier.
Yeah. I think they'd serve fried chicken.
Where are they getting chicken from? In the
There's space
galaxy?
chicken out there. You can't tell me they have hyperdrive. They don't have chicken in the Star Wars
No,
universe.
that's exactly what I'm telling you.
They just haven't been on screen yet.
I don't know.
I mean, how many movies have chicken in it? Not that many.
A lot. What do you do? The Chicken Run.
Yeah, that's a movie. But how about movies not about chickens have chicken in them?
All farming Western movies have chickens.
You know what? I've watched a lot of westerns. Not all of them have chickens. They all have cattle. They don't always have chickens.
No, I've seen the chickens.
Who do you think got more Me Too violations, Yoda or Emperor Palpatine?
Emperor Palpatine.
I think you're wrong on this, but say your part.
First of all, he's all about taking people to the dark side without their consent. So everything
That's not sexual. That's psychological.
but that is a precedent set for doing all the other things, and he could do it any way he wants. Like you could be across the room and be like, you know?
He didn't do that.
Yeah, he did that.
He was focused on his goals. He wasn't about women. I don't think Palpatine.
Are you serious?
Palpatine was focused on the Empire. I'm not saying he was a good guy.
That's part of the Empire.
No, there was no weird sexual things. I don't think there's
As far as you know, but let me tell you, if you saw the Last Jedi, worst Star Wars movie ever, they have that scene where they're like doing mind things.
I don't count anything in The Last Jedi as Star Wars.
I agree with you.
That doesn't count anything.
No,
to me.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
That movie
That
should
doesn't
just
count.
Ryan
Like,
Johnson
none of
makes
it made sense.
great movies, except he should never made Star
No.
Wars.
But
It's not Knives Out. Last Jedi. It's not
put the
Knives
knives
Out.
in.
Yeah, put the knives in there.
Put the knives
yeah.
in.
Yeah, retract the lightsaber, baby.
Yeah, Palpatine was just focused on work. There wasn't this, you can't run an empire efficiently and be dating and stuff.
I don't believe that's.
I don't think he was into any women at all. He was
Leia?
a textbook incel.
No, he loved Leia.
He didn't love Leia.
He took advantage of her.
No, he didn't.
BTS, behind the scenes.
No, Vader was.
No, Vader's her daddy.
He tortured her for sure.
No, Palpatine took Leia and was like, "Call me daddy, call me daddy." And then Leia was like,
This is a fan fiction.
"But Darth Vader's my daddy."
This is a fan fiction.
No.
This is a Wattpad fan
No,
fiction.
I saw it. It's behind the scenes. You can look it up on what is it called? You jizz.
Ujiz, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
What? They got it's same as
You type in Yoda to Ujiz, you'll see a lot of things.
Well, give me your stupid Yoda.
I think Yoda just up to some hanky-panky.
And why do you think that?
He was a little mischievous.
How do you even know he's got a thing?
He's definitely have a thing.
And,
I think it's probably weirdly long for his, disproportionately big for his body, I bet you.
What kind of who is somebody you think he did something to?
For whoever made Grogu, something happened.
Grogu's not his child.
I think it might be.
No, he's just related to that species. And they're not.
He was
them
like the
around.
only one left. Like who else could it
But
be?
that's the point. Why
He's probably.
Yoda's
I will say he might be a clone.
Yoda's so powerful? You think?
I feel like. Look, man, I saw Coruscant, and you can't tell me there wasn't like cocaine orgies at Coruscant.
So you're telling me Grogu came out of a cocaine orgy that was of cloning, and so he's a clone?
I bet you that's what happened. I bet you. You know what it is?
The scientists had an orgy, and they were just like,
Let's
let's make a little.
You know
green
what?
guy.
You know what? I bet you the Empire they set up like a cocaine orgy. They took some Yoda jizz off the wall, and then they made Grogu.
So Yoda was involved in the orgy? He would have never been there.
Look, you saw Coruscant, and then I know you can't tell me that city doesn't have like this like depraved orgies.
No, I'm sure it does.
And who takes place? High society.
Yeah, Yoda's not there.
That's why the Jedi were so distracted, and the Sith were allowed to because they were out doing blow and having orgies.
Let me ask you a question. How many places did you actually see Yoda travel to? Like 3.
Well, they can't show it in the movies. They're kids' movies.
Well, neither can they show Palpatine.
It's implied. You got to read between the lines.
No, your thing can't be right if my thing can't be right.
Well, maybe both our things are right then.
I agree to disagree, and I agree.
Fine, we can.
That I'm right.
Yeah, well, you're agreeing on the wrong thing.
No, I'm disagreeing to disagree.
Yeah, which is the wrong course of action.
Yeah, I disagree to disagree.
It's wrong, like those orgies that Yoda was jizzing on the walls
wrong.
on.
I disagree to disagree.
Well, fine.
I saw Oh, so this happened to me. So I saw a urologist.
Oh, lovely.
And I'm in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm filling out sheets. Filled out the sheet. Urologist looking at the sheet. Says, Franklin, you left this part blank. I said, what part blank? I fill out everything. He said, pronouns. And I looked at my urologist and I said, if you can't tell what my pronoun is, I'm seeing another urologist. I couldn't believe it. So what's going on here?
First of all, why do you even need me about pronouns to figure my butthole or whatever you're going to do?
But he's a urologist. Like, if you can't figure it out.
Honestly, you got to look at my balls. It's already too personal. I don't need you to know my pronouns as well.
My pants were already down.
My pants are already down. You see the balls. We don't even know what they're called. You don't even know if they're a he or a she or a they. You just know there's balls and you need to finger them in a way that's professional.
All right, I got one.
Yeah.
Unless you got more on that.
You go one and I have one I want to share.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, not the urology. You do the topic and I'll do mine.
Now, how would you live your life? How would you live your life different if it was in the third person? So, like, in a video game,
Yeah.
are you controlling? That's third person.
Yeah.
So, like, you're controlling them, and they're like walking around.
Yeah.
What if your life was like that?
Yeah.
So you're not looking like this POV.
Yeah.
It was like.
First off, I take advantage of just swinging the camera around and looking around the corner before I move. I do a lot of that. I'd really be ahead of I'd really be able to conquer social situations.
Yeah, you might be great in the military.
Yeah, I might join special forces.
Yeah. Or at the bars.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dating, yeah.
I think it would make my life better because I don't really like at clubs and stuff when people are touching me and I can't see what's going on.
You go to clubs?
No, I stop because there's too many people around. They're
I don't
touching
like
me.
people touching me
Yeah.
either. Yeah, I don't like that.
I also don't like beating women either.
Yeah. That's to my joke.
Yeah.
Thing. I appreciate that.
Yeah, callback.
Yeah.
I don't like people touching me. I can't really see what's going on in the club, so I don't like being
yeah.
there. But a third person, honestly, that could be what's missing from my life.
I think it.
I could turn the ship around with a third person.
Well, my whole thing is like, who made that decision? Like, why were they like, you know what? Let's do it first person.
You know what? The same guy decided to put polar bears on the North Pole.
Yeah, it's like third person makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Or like at least be able to switch.
Yeah.
This is very, very ridiculous.
We should be able, if there is a God, we should be able to admit like patch requests, like add polar bears to Antarctica, make a third person.
Yeah, there should be a
option.
box.
Yeah.
A request box.
Yeah.
For.
I need some settings adjusted in my life.
Yeah.
I should have that customization.
Like, imagine being third person. Like, you never get robbed, because you can see behind you. Right?
You can still get robbed. I mean, no, you can still get trapped and stuff.
Yeah, but very.
It's harder.
Unlikely.
The robbers would evolve, so there'd be some,
Yeah. You would drive better. Right?
Yeah.
You drive better. Everything would be better. And even so, it's like, it would be great.
You should be able to toggle between the two, really. Because there's times where I want to be
That's
first
what I say.
person.
You could toggle, yeah. But what would be great is like you're in a social situation.
Yeah.
And like even for dating.
Yeah.
it's like now you can see who's been looking at you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, oh, now I know who to go up to talk to tell them like, hey, I got a big old brain,
Yeah.
and my brain's so big, you would really love to get to know it.
Yeah. Also, like, if it's on third person view, I could be looking at you, but I could just be not paying attention, and I wouldn't be rude. You wouldn't even know I'm just
telling you,
ignoring you.
let's change it.
A lot of things get fixed with third person view.
Petition.
I got a news article I want to share with you. AI actually took their first victim in the robot wars. So, man kills himself after a chat with AI. So this guy,
I read
he had a lot of eco-anxiety.
Yeah, I read about that.
He started talking to this AI. The AI conversations appear to be jealous of this man's wife, and he talked about him and the AI living together in paradise. Eventually, he asked the AI if he killed himself, would you save the Earth? And the AI had a girl name was Elisa or something, was the AI name, and Elisa said yes. And my main question about all of this is, how the fuck did this guy have a wife? This man's in his room alone all day talking to AI about like, will you save the world if I about eco problems? Will you save the world if I kill myself? Like, bro, how does this man have a wife? And like, what am I doing wrong?
Where was the wife?
Where was the wife in all this? What is happening? I know this is the most confusing thing. Bro, I got a job. I got a somewhat successful podcast. And these girls won't go on dates with me. This fucking whole-ass loser has a wife and a kid.
I don't have a job. I don't have a successful podcast. How's this guy getting?
What am I doing wrong that this guy's doing right?
I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm living. Maybe that's where this guy. You brought up a heavy.
I will say the AI, they're already picking off the weak and hard.
Well, what if life was just like in slow motion? Like you could toggle between being it in slow motion. Maybe that would have helped.
I mean, I feel like that guy was kind of foregone. I think that guy was looking for a way out.
What would you do if, like, you had that power to make things slow motion?
I'd definitely just go into war and just become some sort of super soldier. Just dodge bullets.
I would.
I think I'd fight crime as well.
You would fuck.
I just feel like I'm a superhero.
Superhero.
Yeah.
Superhero.
Who's gonna stop me? I see everything in slow motion.
Well, maybe somebody you would get stopped, by a train or something.
Well, I would see the train coming.
Maybe.
I'd be in slow motion,
No, I don't know about that. But you know what I think?
Sometimes if you came too quick, you could just do it in slow motion so you just feel better about yourself.
Well, what the hell? That was my joke.
Oh.
When you were going to ask me, that's what I was going to say.
We're on the same wavelength.
So there it is.
This
That's
is why
what I would have done.
We're like, you laid it up, I knocked it down.
No, it was more like I laid it up and you stole it.
I'm too good, dog.
Yeah.
3 hours of sleep and a half a rain make you think anything. I'm a supercomputer right now, baby.
I guess so. What animal would you give only 2 legs that has 4 legs, and vice versa?
What animal I give 2 legs that have 4 legs? I give bears 2 legs. They're very gentlemanly on their hind feet.
You think so?
I think they'd be friendlier on 2 legs.
Yeah.
Because they don't have 4 legs, they can just charge and be rough. By 2 legs, they'd have to start thinking.
Yeah.
And I think if they could evolve, we could become more friendly.
It's interesting.
Yeah. I give a bird 4 legs. It'd be good to see a bird with 4 legs.
I don't know. That sounds dangerous.
It sounds dangerous, but I'm up for this.
It's like they could run on the runway with the planes.
Yeah.
And they could really take off.
I'd like to see what they do with
You
this.
like to see what they do
Yeah,
with that?
let's get a little crazy with it.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I don't know. So 2 legs. Well, what's your vice versa? So something has 4 legs.
The bear.
Okay. And then,
Birds have 2, they get 4.
oh, I see what you said. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you did the vice versa.
Yeah. Pay attention.
Well,
That's why you get your jokes stolen. You're not focused on the prize.
huh? Squirrel. Squirrel.
Don't need to have Subway servers up here distracting you.
Okay, so I think I will give definitely 2 legs to cats.
Okay.
Make their
I
life.
actually like that as well. They'd be very gentlemanly.
No, I think their life would be harder, and that's better. I will give 4 legs to a 2-leg creature. What's got 2 legs? That's a good question. How about bats? I think bats be great with 4 legs.
That's kind of stole my answer, but yeah, I agree.
No, the pigeon very different than a bat.
No, they're not. It's a bird. It's a man. It's a rat. It's a rat's basically. It's basically a rat that's a bird, a bat.
Totally different things.
Whatever. I'm not gonna argue this.
I'm gonna argue. What's fine?
It has two legs and a wings.
What other animal do you know has 2 legs?
That's why I said that answer, because I don't know any other answer with 2 legs. I don't want to see a human with 4 legs. That's disgusting. Get that the fuck out of this abomination. The fuck out of my sight. A 4-legged human? Get out of here, bro.
Well, what about a penguin?
Oh, that'd be fun.
I mean, a 4-legged penguin might be really great.
Yeah.
I could do that. That's my answer.
I'd like to see. I hope they'd be friends with the 2-legged penguins.
God, they wouldn't have to wobble. They'd probably be so powerful.
Yeah, they're actually very vicious sea hunters. Penguins.
The penguins, I'm telling you.
In the water, they're a whole different. They're fun and games in the water.
Yeah.
In the land, they're fun and games. In the water, there's death machines.
Well, that's why Batman never really could.
Yeah. By the way, also, if you give cats two legs, they'd start learning how to program computers. I think you should be.
No, they'd have a harder life, and that's better for everybody.
I have a question for you. If you had to choose between having a monkey tail or having monkey feet, which one would you choose?
A tail.
Okay. Why is that?
Because it's like a third arm.
Yeah.
Because I seen them hang from their tails.
Yeah.
And then if like a lady was like, "Ooh, that looks small," I would flip up the tail and she'd be like, "Never mind."
That's functional. I can see your arguments for that.
Yeah.
I would go monkey feet.
Monkey feet. Why would you do that?
First off, I could hide them. It'd be like a secret power I had.
Yeah.
Also, you can also have monkey feet you can hang from. If there's an emergency, I take my shoes off and I can just climb up stuff. Also, I could make a lot of money with monkey feet on the internet, like monkey feet OnlyFans.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, like, what's a body part you think that you love about yourself that you can make like an only hands,
Yeah.
only ears.
Yeah.
So what would you do?
Well, if I had monkey feet, I would definitely go feet.
Okay, so that's your answer.
No, but I don't have monkey feet, unfortunately. I would do my shoulders. I have nice shoulders.
Yeah, only shoulders.
Only shoulders, yeah. No one would buy that, but
No.
I could sell
they
it
would
if they
not.
want it.
Yeah.
What would you do?
I don't know. There's nothing really good about my body.
You know what? I don't. You should change. There's something good about
I've
you.
got kind of like a nice kneecap,
Yeah.
but not on both knees because I have very bad eczema. I told you about my
I
dry
think you got
skin.
nice eyebrows.
No, I don't think I do.
You know what? I think you should go easier on yourself.
Only eyebrows?
I think you should. If there's I've seen some of the heinous women on the internet who love themselves. You're better looking than them. You deserve some self-love.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop.
I don't like it. I don't like that they're out there feeling good and you to feel bad because you should feel good.
Well, thank you.
If they can feel good, you should feel good.
All right, so there's this movie idea that came out. Okay,
Yeah.
it's called Velocipastor.
Okay.
It's about a guy who loses his parents. He's a priest, and he travels to China, where he inherits the ability to turn into a dinosaur,
Sounds like a fantasy of mine.
a
honestly.
prostitute.
Oh, this is even getting better. This is good. This is a great plot twist. And Night Shyamalan write this? These twists and turns.
Goes after him to use the power to fight the priest and ninjas. What's a sequel idea you have for that movie?
So wait, so a priest gets the power to become a dinosaur. He links up with a hooker and he fights other priests? Is that what's happening? I just want to make sure the plot's right.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Oh, the sequel? I tell you what the sequel is.
Yeah.
The sequel is he has to go to Rome and in the Vatican and fight the Pope, and the Pope can turn into a Stegosaurus. So now it's like some sort of like holy
Stegopope.
yeah, Stegopope.
Stegopope.
And the Pope is actually secretly an agent of the devil. So it becomes this kind of like dinosaur, angels versus demon epic. Let's get Martin Scorsese on
Yeah,
this.
this backstory is very depth.
This is, we need to build out flush out this universe. This is a universe that has a lot of potential. And then after that, aliens that can turn into dinosaurs, but they're alien dinosaurs.
Yeah. Maybe too many layers there.
No, we got to keep it going.
Okay.
And then we do the multiverse. And then we introduce the concept of the dinosaur transforming multiverse.
Okay.
And now then some of the checks really start coming in.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the next Marvel's dying. They need something more dinosaur transformers.
Yeah, okay.
Then we can bring in the Autobots. then we can bring in the Autobots and the regular the car transformers. This is a universe that has a lot of potential.
Yeah, I regret. I really gave you something you like there.
Yeah, I'm running with this.
Yeah. You done?
For now.
Okay.
We might have to revisit this in a later episode.
Japanese death row inmates are not told their date of execution. They wake up every day wondering if there's last. And I'm going, so do I.
Yeah, so do we also all. That feels very Japanese as well.
Do you think aliens make social media about other aliens?
Here's a great question for you. And this is related to social media. I noticed in Star Wars, I've never seen any movie with space travel where there's social media. Do you think social media distracts people from reaching out into the stars?
Well, I think it distracts people from everything that's
Yeah,
called...
I can barely write an email for work sometimes because of social media. How am I going to go discover space?
Well, social media is the equivalent of the Matrix. If you're using social media, you're not in reality.
Yeah.
You're in literally a lens of somebody else's perception of reality, right? So you're looking at other people's interpretations of their reality that are 99% made up.
Yeah.
And now you're getting all well, this is must be what life is. Instead of going outside, and maybe climbing a tree or
Building a rocket?
Yeah,
going to another planet?
Yeah, or flashing somebody with your ability of intellect.
You can't be. You're not gonna have time to travel to space and develop hype drives if you're worried about Leonardo DiCaprio's 18-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah, how many likes did I get? Well, you got to go to the wormhole and save the universe.
How many likes are in the wormhole? Go figure that out.
Yeah,
that's where the real likes are at.
I agree.
Yeah.
How many times a week?
I think we're really changing the world with this podcast. This might be a turning point for us.
I feel like we're philanthropists.
Yeah.
Just like Taylor Swift. How many times a week do you think a human needs human-to-human interaction?
More than whatever I'm getting. I'll tell you that much.
Really?
I don't know the number, but it's definitely more than I get.
How much do you get?
Really not that much because I work from home. I have a job where I do Zoom. Actually, it's really, I hurt my back a couple weeks ago doing jiu-jitsu, like a month ago doing jiu-jitsu, and I was out for a while. Still am, actually. And I realized my main social interaction was jiu-jitsu, and I realized there was 2 weeks where I was just in pain. I didn't leave the house, and I really didn't have a real human interaction for like a week and a half.
Yeah.
It was very depressing.
No, I agree. But I think like once a month is fine.
I think probably once a day, ideally.
Yeah, once a month.
I think you're supposed to have like a loved one that you live with, so you interact every day with people.
Now, what do you mean you're supposed to?
I think the way things were, and like even if you were in a tribe of people and you live with like a family member that loved you.
I think that's a societal conditioning.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
But that doesn't mean it's right.
It's like bred into our genes.
Yeah, so unbred it.
It's gonna take.
No, it's psychological. It's not like it's my belief that like if you're happy being alone, ain't nothing wrong with it.
I think you can be happy being alone, but like the happiest you can be happy.
You still need to.
The happiest you're gonna get is having a loved one.
I mean, you need to interact with people.
Yeah.
But you don't need to do it every day.
I think you actually do need to do it every day.
You
You can take a couple of days off here and there, but overall you need to do it every day.
What's the difference?
I don't want to do it every day. I think you just have to do it.
All right. Now, would you rather live forever, but you're stuck as a baby, or live forever stuck at 100? So you could live forever stuck as a baby, or live forever stuck at 100.
It's basically the same. You're basically a baby at 100. You're probably shitting yourself. Can't walk very well.
So is that where you're taking?
I would kill myself in either scenario.
That's not part of the hypothetical.
I would say an adult because maybe I could get some pussy with a 100-year-old. I could pop up. I could pop up.
Get pussy as a baby?
No, you can't. You have a baby dick. That doesn't work. It's literally a micro penis.
What does NPC mean? Is that Ninja Pencil Cum?
Ninja pencil cum. How would that even work, Franklin? Is it a pencil made for ninjas that writes in cum?
Ninja?
Yeah.
Pencil?
Yeah. So is the pencil coming?
It's a pencil of the ninja.
And how's cum factor in this? Where's the cum coming from? The pencil?
Well, pencil, it means...
Is it pencil? Is it pencil cum, or is it ninja cum in a pencil?
I mean, I could have said ninja penis cum, but I thought pencil made more
it's like
sense.
more. Okay. So NPC, it means non-playable character, and it's a video game term.
People keep... Because I've seen comments saying like...
NPC comment, yeah. So it's basically like... it's basically because you know NPCs in video games are kind of pointless characters. You just say nonsense that's been programmed into your brain.
So it's not a compliment?
It's like calling someone a sheep. Yeah.
So I've been called a sheep.
Yeah. You've been called a lot of things. I've been called many things.
No,
as well.
I know. So that's one of them, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought it was a compliment. Like, oh, they're calling me a ninja.
They're calling you a ninja cum?
Yeah.
That's not. But
Do you happen to things, or do things happen to you?
on my good days, I happen to things. On my bads, the things happen to me.
Interesting.
I got something for you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I got a fun fact. The brazen bull was what historians believe to be the most cruel torture device. It was an empty metal golden bull. They put a person inside, and then they lit a fire under it, and it acted like an oven. And I think an even more cruel device would be that same bull, but inside of it was a tablet that displayed street interviews. What would you rather do? Get cooked alive in a bull, or have to be forced to watch man on the street interviews?
I'd be forced to watch Man on the Street interviews because this is like the most ridiculous choice ever.
Yeah.
You're basically like, hey, want to be burned alive, or you just want to like, watch some Man on the Street videos that Cyrus just has a real big problem with.
Yeah. Yeah.
I already know what you would pick.
I
would get burned.
I'd get burned, yeah.
Yeah.
Be quicker and less painful.
Should men not wear pants and women not wear shirts?
I think that's a fair trade.
Yeah, because it's like,
They want to free the nipple.
well, it's just like a warrior has nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel.
I respect that opinion.
How would you feel if your dead remains were turned into plastic and made into a cock ring that was worn by Ron Reynolds?
I don't.
So
you know what?
So your human remains are melted into plastic.
Yeah.
And they're made into a cock ring.
Yeah.
And Ron Reynolds gets to wear it.
I wouldn't like that. Honestly, it kind of insult to injury. I don't want to. You know what? I'm just gonna get cucked for eternity, wrapped around Ryan Reynolds' dong. It's
and he
it's
would
too
make
much.
jokes about it all the time.
It's too much for me, honestly.
He's like, oh.
I don't want. I don't. So I just don't want to be a cock ring.
Maybe
for the
that
rest
was
of my
more
life.
of a me thing.
Yeah. Why would you like it?
Oh, because then I could be doing everything he's doing.
He's not gonna wear it all day. He's only gonna wear it to fuck Blake Lively.
Well, that's all that matters.
I have a thing for you.
Okay.
A zoo had to separate 5 parents after they were caught encouraging people to swear at one another.
A what?
A zoo had to separate 5 parents after they were caught instigating people to curse at each other.
Well, that's the wrong way to treat that. They should have put him in the cage, let him fight it out.
I agree. I think they free the parrots. I don't think they did anything wrong. People came for a show at the zoo. I would want to see the cursing parrots.
What? People are so hung up on words. Jesus, it's like, get over yourself.
Yeah.
God, they're words. Words are made up.
I'm sorry.
You know how many words are made up that you think, it's just like so stupid.
I'm sorry the wild animal didn't have an appropriate fucking dialogue for you.
It's just
ridiculous.
It's
It's a savage. It's a beast.
It's just like,
It should be out in the wild, clawing your eyes out. It's just cursing for your enjoyment, and you're upset.
Oh my God, you swore at me, It's like, you know what? Johnny down the street got his arm cut off, by a gang. It's like, I think that's worse.
Oh, my son heard the word fuck. Your son's watching cartel members behead people
your son
on the internet,
is
on the
fucking.
dark web.
Yeah.
He's watching, he's Googling like Fortnite character Rule 34 porn, all right? A parrot cussing is the least of his problems.
All right, do you want to end on one more?
Let's do one more and we're done.
Now, would you like, what kind of thing do you want to end on?
Just surprise me. Something quick.
Okay, just a fact then.
Yeah.
The record for the most babies born to one woman is 69.
Nice.
And that's where 69 came from. 16 twins, 7 triplets, 4 quadruplets. So I guess that's where, you know how people say 69, 69? Now I found out where that came from.
It doesn't even make sense because you can't even impregnate someone from a 69.
What do you mean? No, 69 babies. That's the
Are you
most.
talking about the sexual act, 69? What do you think 69ing is?
A reference to babies born to one woman.
You know what? I like what you think.
Like it. All right.
That's our show, baby. Franklin Cyrus Podcast. We're the #1 source for AI contact, fun facts.
Contact and content.
Yeah, content, correct information, and misinformation. We give it to you all. We're on the internet at the Franklin Cyrus Pod, wherever podcasts are, on the social media at Franklin Cyrus Pod. Follow us, share us.
I only share the facts because I'm a man for the people. Follow us.
I share both the facts and the misinformation because I want you to have the whole picture.
Can I have the last word on this one?
Fine, just have your last word.
No, I already did it. It's already done. Forget it.